Devin Peterson's 5-1 down. He's had a shocker of a week.
Yeah, not very strong from Devin Peterson here in Milton Keynes. He'll be back for the next Super Series batch of events, of course. Rob Cross
40.
will probably be back in the next round this afternoon.
I heard at that time, just ding, ding, ding. That's him kicking the hockey. It's not somebody ringing a bell.
59.
Well, the final bell may ring here for Jeffrey Desvan. Time, gentlemen, please, as Rob Cross lands double 16 to win a very comfortable and comprehensive victory, 6-2 over Jeffrey Desvan, an average of 104. It all augurs well for another run for Rob Cross. He's through to the second round, and he will meet the winner of our next match here on Stream 1. It's coming up.
Miss. But does. And very similarly to John Brown, Hamilton has not really contended on John's throw much. But he's going to get a match start, surely. And he does not, because I don't know how many times I've seen this over the course of the last few days. People getting really greedy on that treble and not giving themselves a chance to win the match right there. But John Brown slips into double 16. Oh no, John. And it's more heartache for him. That was just a tired release. And Hamilton has got that little slice of fortune that he was craving. Tops. Gets the job done. 16 darter was good enough, and it's more heartache for John Brown. He's won one game this week, but Hamilton has just won his first.
Because he's probably favourite to win this match in this leg, but it might not quite go just yet. It's not just dragged down into the 4 segment when he wanted the 54, and then
59.
The problem is when you throw a massive dart like that, things like that can happen. Meikle to win it.
Double 15. And it's inside and offers Searle the chance,
82.
potentially, on his favourite double tops, to stay alive after 10. That is 76 left. So he might have to go double 18 here. Just hasn't worked out for him the last 4 legs.
25.
The radar's been off completely, and Ryan Meikle's given another opportunity to close this out. The battle of the Ryans, Searle was on top through the middle part of the game, but at the start and at the end it was Ryan Meikle who did the business. It's another victory for Meikle. Ryan Searle, yesterday's beaten finalist. Well, he probably came here in MK with objective number 1, get himself back in the match play quality. Just see, he's taken out 48 to win the match 6-5 and averaged 101 in so doing against Neil Zonneveld, who's played some really good darts this week, hit a 9-darter as well. That's a maximum, his 4th for Mike Kuyvenhoven in this match. It leaves 167.
140.
Mathers is down to a finish. Oh, treble 19. How about this? Bullseye. And Mathers was nodding because he feared what was coming. 180, 167 out. Mike Kuyvenhoven, world-class couple of visits, and it might well be decisive.
$100.
Are we going the distance in this one?
$138.
Nicely done. The maths was right. The execution good. Mathers down to a finish. Kuyvenhoven should be at a better one.
98.
Well, Shanghai finish for Kuyvenhoven, which he will get a chance to take out and win this match.
98.
Awkward. He's not going 2 balls, so he's got to try and find the treble 20. Is he? Yeah, I think he is. Leaves tops. And Mike Kyvenhoven wins it. He made it extraordinarily difficult after that first dart, but he gets the job done. It was by no means a classic, but Kyvenhoven is through to the second round to face Ryan Meikle, and that pretty much brings an end to the first round action. We'll have Peter.
12-match losing streak. I mean, throwing your darts where they can't possibly go doesn't really help, does it?
100.
No, and he's potentially 3 darts away from defeat.
Switches this time.
134.
And is rewarded. So is he 3 darts from defeat?
No.
Should have 2 at double. 2 and at least a stay of execution here. Only just in the 17. And
19.
that is in the wrong bed. And Peter Wright can wrap it up now.
Treble 18 for double 12. For a win, albeit an uninspiring one.
Game shot.
And that is exactly what he's got. Peter Wright comfortably getting past Lorenzo Pronk, who has picked up just his second win in PDC darts. So the man from the Netherlands, but Peter Snakebite Wright. We've already seen some players, likes of Van Gerwen, withdraw. We've seen José de Sousa beaten. Is it all set up for Snakebite to go on and claim the title today?
Well, he's had a couple of attempts at this. On one occasion he missed a bullseye. Just wants to leave it handy.
64.
Does the right thing. Leaves himself on a 2-darter. Peters wants to at least take the 99 off this.
$59.
Couldn't quite manage it, and perhaps the writing is finally on the wall. Well, interesting choice, but it's worked out. Double 16, and that seals the deal finally for Ryan Joyce, who wins the match 6-4 despite his opponent hitting 7 doubles in that one. Ryan Joyce moves through to the third round with a 6-4 success. He hated that first dart. Adrian Lewis likes them high in the bed. If he's going to miss, he likes it to be above so he can work from them. Had to switch there. He's going to have to flick some kind of switch here because he's going to probably need 4 successive legs.
Game shot.
Well, that's exactly what he does need. That is a perfect dart for Adrian Lewis. Well, this is for the match. It would have been somewhere to win the match, but Adrian Lewis might have to produce a party piece of his own
59
to stay in it. Only needs 1 treble for a dart at the bullseye, but not that one. Can leave it handy, but Scott Weitz
113.
108 points away from winning this match, and Lewis's decision to go for the 25 there has cost him more darts at double.
36 scored. $48.
Gets 2 at double 4.
Game shot.
Takes it. Will he take it all the way? That is the question. Adrian Lewis trailed this game of darts 4-1 and 5-2 in this tournament. Perfectly poised. Weitz has the first chance, but Lewis has a smaller finish. Needs to find a treble here. He can't. But Adrian Lewis could complete the great escape if he can take out 66. He trailed 4-1 and 5-2. And double top
20
would have seen him reel off the last 4 legs to steal the win from under Weitz's nose. But now Scott Weitz has mismatched darts. Tungsten tension here in the third round in Milton Keynes.
Game shot.
But Adrian Lewis has come back from the brink to seal victory. He reels off 4 successive legs to steal the win from Scott Weitz and move into the 3rd round. Lewis will take on either Steve Brown or Darrell Gurney and has a real opportunity to maybe turn good performances into a good showing in the tournament. A bit of a shake. He gets to the final here, and that is enough to go above him right now.
We know that Clayton's going to be there with Gerwin Price, the defending champions. But with all due respect to Watamina, as a 168 is flown in, somewhat unexpectedly.
Yeah, the Welsh team was a bit... The 2nd place has been up for grabs for quite a number of years. Mark Webster was always a captain with different partners. Then he and Price played together. Then Price was a captain with different partners. But Clayton has certainly made that spot his own. But is Van Dijvenbode going to make this match his own? Yes, he is. 1-2. After leaving it in a strange way, but he gets the job done, and it's 6-2 over Johnny Clayton, who will not, shock horror, will not win a title at one of these Super Series events. Clayton bows out. Van Dijvenbode goes through to the quarterfinals, where he will take on either Gerwin Price or Vincent van der Voort.
He's looking at treble 19 for double 14. You don't see him over here very often.
$71.
He doesn't like that effort. I'm not sure if he was in 2 minds as to whether to move to the right to open the bed. Well, Wright needs 57 tops. And that first shot wasn't quite close enough to be a marker.
56.
Double 7. Well, through the posts. Oh, he's going right over to the right-hand side. Oh, ho, ho, look at that. Clean as a whistle. Have a crack at that. That deserved respect. Look at the angle of the dart. It barely flicked the flight. I didn't think there was room from the right-hand side, but boy, oh boy, was that a good shot.
97.
Might well have been shot of the day, that one. Callan Ridds is waiting, who has just put 102 average in against Adrian Lewis, so he's in form. He'll fancy it,
93.
whoever he plays. But Peter Wright with 6 darts from 156. I fancy that Callan is playing snakebite.
140.
I fancy it more now. And if Cross is throwing his last 3 darts of the week right here, let me just say, Rob Cross is back in form
120.
and will be a huge threat at the next bunch of events. But it looks like his Super Series is over. And it is. Rob Cross has been dosed a little bit of revenge by Peter Wright after yesterday, where they played at the same stage. But Peter Wright goes through to the last 4 this time. He will take on Callan Ridds in the semi-finals. Luke Humphries is still waiting for his opponent in Gerwin Price or Dirk van Dijvenbode to see. Treble 1 does not help him. It gives Luke Humphries 6 darts from 161, but that miss of the 25 means that he has a 3-darter left and not a 2-darter against an opponent that he has beaten in this building before. Their only meeting, which is flummoxed me because I thought that surely they would have played each other at the development tour, but not to be. Humphries has still got a chance. Is that in?
80.
That one isn't.
Well, it was in the treble 18, so that dart at the bullseye would have won the leg if he'd hit it. But he didn't. And Dirk van Dijvenbode, well, he's having some problems in that area of the board. I know he pinned a double in the last leg, but double 4 is missed as well, and there's been doubles missed all over the shot by these two.
It's a bit messy. Double 8 for Dirk.
Game shot.
That is correct. And it is 2-2 in this one. After taking 4th semi-final of 2021, this weight loss thing is definitely the right thing for him.
Oh, there's undoubtedly. Luke Humphries is enjoying the best run of success in his career. He has an incredible youth record, which is not something that Dirk van Dijvenbode has had, as he hits a 180 to leave 6. I like this.
Double 8
Game shot.
is in, and the dead cat didn't work.
What a dead cat, though. What a dead cat shot that was. And Luke Humphries does not even blink. Magnificent stuff.
180.
Could he get 3 in a row?
Maybe.
He'll through this challenge. He is going to have to find another level, because Wright is at a different level based on the semi-final performance. And there's a 3rd consecutive ton to leave 60. You fancy he's going to get a shot at it, because Van Dijvenbode at the end of legs in this match has not been good enough.
And he's not good enough again. Luke Humphries
87.
with the opportunity to go within a leg of the final. Another final this year.
Game shot.
And that's exactly what he does. He has been better than Dirk van Dijvenbode in this semi. Well, I mean, his opponent here has done him a favour by taking care of Johnny Clayton, who's another one. But he may need to go and play like he did against Karel Sedlacek in his board final today and average 107. If he does that, he's got a very real chance. But I don't think Dirk van Dijvenbode has got much of a chance, and that is a frustrated 140 to set it up. There we go. But I think this is it. And it is. Luke Humphries is through to his 4th PDC final. He comes through a scrappy one at the start with Dirk van Dijvenbode, but got more comfortable as it went on. He has a chance now for his first senior title in PDC darts. It is cool hand Luke Humphries versus Peter Snakebite Wright.
Just absolutely demoralised one youngster in the semi-final. Is he going to start to do it to another?
$140.
Attempted dead cat shot there from Luke Humphries. 180 to leave 21, but Peter Wright will come back looking at the 10s.
Game
and
shot.
Pin it. It's a 13 darter, and he's looking very, very good, it has to be said. Peter Snakebite Wright, you're not paranoid if they really are out to get you, and maybe they are.
174.
Look at this. Peter Wright is just placing them in. He's had a 180 in leg 1, a 180 in leg 2, 2 of them in leg 3, and a 174 in the 4th leg.
Humphries hits back, but that shouldn't get under Snakebite's skin. Double 6. Maybe it has.
18.
Wow. Persistence pays off. Humphries gets a chance. Double 12.
Game
and
shot.
It's there. Luke Humphries gets a leg.
Well, it's a bit of a lesson, this, actually, for young darts players, or any darts player.
Luke Humphries. There's an argument for staying on the 20s, but it may be completely irrelevant anyway.
96.
It's not irrelevant, but it's simple now, and he can't get it done.
99.
And Peter Wright will return, looking to get a break back and looking to restore a 3-leg lead.
Game shot.
Keep himself interested in this one. Time on his side.
72.
He's going to need the time. And this is where Peter Wright would love to just land a 180. He'd love it. He'd absolutely love it.
180.
Number 7 for Peter Wright. This is only leg 9.
Game shot.
This is Jose de Souza levels of silly. But Luke does get his 3rd leg on the board. He hangs on in there. He's averaging close to a ton himself, Luke Humphries, but
84.
And it could spell disaster for Humphries, because Peter Wright, much like the 180 they hit to try and apply the pressure in the last one, he'd love to just steal this one away.
He's staying on the treble 20.
Do you think he just had a little think about the 48 then?
I think he did, yeah. 48 for Bull, but didn't happen. And so Luke Humphries can break the snake bite throw, believe it or not. And that's exactly what's happened with a 14-darter. Luke Humphries is not out of this final just yet. He may have just been a spectator for periods of it, as Peter Wright has been racking up enormous scores. But he is...
We'll just see head in hands there in the background. Humphries
97.
kind of done what he did a couple of legs ago, which has got himself into a decent position.
55.
He got to 3-2 and then just had a poor leg to follow up. Peter Wright allowed to break back
Game shot
in 14 darts, and now he's throwing to pick up his second title of 2021.
Well, look, there was a certain... We started this week in Milton Keynes with Wright going out to Mike Kivenhoven in the very first round.
100.
It was a second round exit to Josh Payne the day after that. But yesterday, he reached the quarters, and today, he's about to pick up the title.
Double 5.
120.
A last chance for Luke Humphries. Long way off. A long way off.
27.
He's been a long way off winning this match, but we predict it won't be long until Luke Humphries picks up a professional title.
Game shot and the match.
But it is Wright's night at the Super Series. He joins Joe Cullen and Jose de Souza in the winner's circle this week. The world number 2 puts in a world-class performance to see off Luke Humphries in the final here at Players Championship 16. It's an 8-4 success. It's an average of 109. And
Peter, congratulations. You got better and better and better as the day went on. You got better as the week went on, to be honest.
Yeah, I was rubbish in the beginning of it. I brought about 40 sets of darts with me, and I near enough used them all. But hey, it's just go show you Luke. You know, he's a quality player. He's the first time I ever met him was down in Portsmouth for an exhibition, and as soon as I played him, I managed to win that one. And I said, this kid's going to be really good, and he's gone in. You know, I've played him many times. You know, and you know, just goes to show you how good the darts system that we've got, that he's come and progressed so far. And he was just telling me there his lack in confidence today was really low, and for him to get to the final, you know.
Well, look, I mean, that's Luke Humphries' 4th final this year. He hadn't made a senior final until this year, and he just seems to have taken a big step forward.
Just goes to show you, you know, how good he is.
What about you? That's your 2nd title this year. You're 36th in total in your PDC
Why do I always
career?
leave it to the last day? I think.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask.
The only reason I win because everyone's totally tired.
Or gone home.
And want to go home.
Right.
That sounded right.
The reverse Gary Anderson. Gary Anderson wins one at the start and then goes home, and then you sort of wait to the end and just coast in there.
The old 51-year-old sneaks in and pinches it.
How are you, with the winners here? Jose picked up 2. Joe Cullen. Well, exactly. I want to ask you about
And Joe
this.
Cullen, you know, both of them.
Where are we? We're looking towards the match play right now, the world match play. Luke's done himself some incredible favours by reaching the final today. He's looking very good for it. But with, you know, yourself winning, Jose playing incredibly, Johnny Clayton, the Premier League champion, the likes of Joe Cullen, who's playing brilliantly in these events, and say Dirk van Dijvenbode, who reached the semis. There's all sorts of potential guys who could win this title for the first time in the world match play.
Exactly, you know, but obviously we're going to, hopefully, fingers crossed, back to Blackpool, where it belongs, you know, the match play and everything, and you know, that you will see some amazing games. You always do there, and yeah, I don't know if Jose played there before.
No, he hasn't.
No, so that's and it's hot on that stage. It's like 110 degrees normally. If it's sunny outside, you know, it's you know, it's hard to deal with.
Dimitri's not played there before.
Yeah, you know, the crowd are right there, and they're right on top of you. So it's, you know, for them guys not played there before, it's amazing experience.
But for all of these new talents and guys who perhaps haven't played,
done brilliant, haven't they?
Yeah,
you know, they showed the world and the public who hasn't seen them, and they proved, even with the crowds in for the Premier League, they still performed fantastic.
Yeah, and we've got new potential winners there. But the thing is, it's the winning the World Match Play is still very much. I mean, is that top of your list of undone
Yes,
things?
definitely.
It is.
Definitely. Yep. Definitely.
Have you shown today, certainly in the second half of the day, second half of this week, that the game is there for it?
Yeah. It's just if they're, if I feel like using them on a day, it's just.
It's not the darts, Peter, is it though?
It's. I've got to play that sort of pace to make sure they don't drop off. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And if I try to throw them a little bit slower and whatever, then they drop off.
You obviously played brilliantly in the final there to beat Luke, but where was the day really won? Because Ryan Joyce really tested. It was a 170 checkout to win it, wasn't it? I mean, did you think that was lost?
Yeah, I was 5-3 down going. I'll be in the car in a minute, Joe. No, I just had beat and just like he didn't finish me off. He should have pounced on me and battered me into the ground, but he didn't. So he let me sneak in by a leg, and you're gonna beat me properly. Then I'm happy with that.
Because if you don't beat him, he goes and does things like that and averages 108 in the final and beats Luke Humphries. Last time we spoke, after winning one of these, Peter, early on this year, you made the bold claim that Michael van Gerwen would not win a TV title this year. He's not won a title of any sort so far this year. Do you actually think that your main rivals at the World Match Play, he's not really
the main rival
most pressing one?
Jose, Johnny Clayton, Joe Cullen, but whether they can deal with the crowd but the experienced players like Gary Anderson and Michael will come through when it matters in the big stage. You watch.
Well, look.
But I'm not saying Michael will win. He'll do well.
He'll do well. There we go. All right. Well, look, it's been a fascinating week here in Milton Keynes. 2 wins for Jose de Sousa back-to-back. We started with Joe Cullen, the top seed, picking up the first one, and it's Peter Snakebite Wright, just like the last time we saw him in Super Series action, just nipping in at the end and picking up another title. It is all gearing up for the Betfred World Match Play. Peter Wright will be among the favourites for it, but as we've just discussed, there are so many top players who really are laying down markers as potential champions at Blackpool Winter Gardens. But the Pro Tour will resume just before Blackpool. We're going to have 4 more days of Players' Championship events in another Super Series. It's going to be live on PDC TV across the world, and that's going to be from Coventry, the Ricoh Arena. Going to be there?
I'm going to be there. I'm going to sneak the last one when they're all tired.
There we go.
Sneak in the last one.
That's the plan. Sneak in right at the end, win the last one, take a bit of momentum into Blackpool. We'll see you then.
Thank you.